Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think it's inevitable, and I'm not fighting it.
Does Elon agree with that? Like we're moving toward that direction?
Well, he most certainly thinks that we are moving into a direction where we converge. And what he said about this is, the dude's literally cutting holes in people's heads and shoving fucking circuits in there. And doing a lot of wild shit with it. I mean, people are using guys like Elon. Last gentleman that came up on the podcast was the first Neuralink patient.
I'll watch that, yeah.
He said it's like a cheat code, like because where he looks, that's where the cursor goes, and he just shoots people.
You haven't
Wow.
been here for a long time. They say that after the police chief got close to the officials, a conflict broke out between the rebels and the Yardis. The police turn a blind eye to this. I heard that the police chief is somehow involved in my business. We need to figure out who set me up back then.
Without words. That's the hive mind. We're moving towards that. And this gets us into all this weird UAP shit. Like, what are these aliens? What are these experiences that people are having? Like, what is this all a mass hallucination? Is it us from the future? Is it us from the past? Is it another species that's far more advanced than us that's come down here to monitor us and shepherd us through our
Hey, looks like you have money. Come here.
Whatever it is, they seem to be what we're going to be if we keep going in this direction. Our brains are far larger than monkeys.
Yeah.
Our bodies are far weaker, not heads. And they communicate telepathically. Universally. Like everyone from all over the world, every planet, or every country rather, that's experienced these creatures. Right.
And like you can get a test drive of what that's like.
Do you know that the original, when the original scientists, or I guess anthropologists, or what kind of people were studying ayahuasca when they first went down to the Amazon, they wanted to call harmine telepathy. They didn't know that it had already, because of the rules of scientific nomenclature, it had already been
Well
named.
done, you did
So
great.
they
I pay
didn't
well
know.
for the
So
work.
the substance
Come
that
anytime.
these people had created, one of the aspects of it, they wanted to talk to it as telepathy, that they want to refer to it that way. So that was what they were going to call it scientifically.
Wow.
Because they had experienced these telepathic moments while on it. But because it had already been named, they weren't allowed to rename it, so they just stuck with harmine. But harmine had a real chance of being called telepathy.
That's beautiful.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just seems like consciousness is coming to the forefront of every...
Yeah.
The telepathy shot out of a cannon. Like, nobody's ever heard of that stuff, and I think you had the director or something on the show.
Yes.
And it just seems like the level of certainty that some people have about consciousness is adorable.
Yeah.
Adorable
Yeah.
to me. It's like we're these little hairless monkeys, and we're like, every generation is like, oh yeah, that we didn't know 100 years ago, but now we know. We know now.
Right.
It's just ridiculous. And
Yeah. But that's the ego, right?
that's the certainty.
Yeah.
We need that certainty. And I think we're at a place where curiosity, and maybe except for politics, curiosity isn't really dangerous anymore. It's like people are scared to be publicly curious or public question something. Like, why is this here? Why is that there? Do you know who Ignaz Semmelweis was?
No.
He was a doctor back in the day. No idea what year it was, but it was very, very early days. He was the guy who said, hey, maybe in between these operating room patients, what if we wash this blood off of our hands before I go do this next operation? And he got laughed out of the room and eventually thrown into an insane asylum where he died for questioning this thing. And it seems like so much of what's going on with like psychedelics research, even though like document after document is showing it's the most effective thing for PTSD and anxiety and depression and addiction and all this other stuff. And I'm not a
I have the
champion
package.
researcher. In
Let's
any
drop
of
it
this
off
stuff, but
with
it seems
someone.
like
At the same
kind
time,
of
we'll
coming
check
out,
how you
people are
drive
getting
after a
the same
long break.
treatment as
I'm
this
giving
guy
you
did
my
when they're
car.
coming out, even
Bring
though,
it
like,
back in
it's
one
been
piece.
documented so well.
Remember,
And
the destination
it's
is
still
near the pier.
a Schedule 1
Be
drug.
careful. This
Well,
is
I
Yardi
think
territory.
now that's
They don't
changing.
like strangers.
And I think I think one of the things that's changing it is the acceptance of it by the right, and some of them at least. employees, the old boomers, they don't want to let go. But the young guys, like especially special forces guys, SEALs, Rangers, those kind of struggling, and take them to have these experiences, and that word's getting out. Sean Ryan's responsible for a lot of that because he's talked really openly about it, and obviously he has a huge platform. But Marcus Luttrell, him talking about it, and then Rick Perry, the former governor, he had brain atrophy, natural age-related brain atrophy. And the doctor said, oh, it's just pretty normal, standard, you're fine. Goes and does this Ibogaine session, comes back.
Rick did it himself.
Yeah, a couple. He's done a few. Goes and does this Ibogaine session, comes back, the doctor says, he felt like it's 25% improvement in your brain atrophy. So then 6 months later, he goes back again for another scan. Your brain atrophy is gone. It's gone. He says he feels different, he thinks different, he feels better, like his mind works better. So it's not just an experience, Ibogaine in particular. It seems to be neuroregenerative in a profound way. That if this was a drug that you could patent, the pharmaceutical drug companies would be all over this shit.
Yeah, and it'd be proving to be one of the most effective drugs ever tested. If you're looking at like efficacy versus like a sample size, it's one of the most effective ever tested. And Andy Stelman and I just did a show about it, talking about this stuff, and he's brought a lot of awareness to this. And I think if we could get a little bit of awareness to it, I think we could cure a lot of this stuff. But I think the number one thing is there a way that we can help to get this faster to people? And
they're working on it. Brian Hubbard and Rick Perry. Rick Perry said openly that this is my life's mission now.
Really?
Yeah, former governor, Republican, of Texas.
Yeah.
His life's mission is to promote psychedelics.
I'm so glad.
Oh, I'm so glad. It's zero. It's not fun. Nobody likes it. Not a good time. You throw up, you shit yourself, you freak out for 24 hours. When you come back, you're a different person. And if you're willing to do that, you can change. You can do a lot of fixing all that's, and also maybe even more importantly, be aware of what these little traps, these little deeply carved grooves that your consciousness seems to comfortably slip into over and over again, whether it's alcoholism or gambling or whatever it is. It seems to just shut those down.
Yeah.
In a very profound way that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, I think it zooms you out where you're like, oh, that's important. Like you're talking about zooming out on these galaxies and galaxies and black holes and stuff. It gives you that perspective. I thought I was in control. I thought I was super.
Yeah. That is one of the things that most psychedelics do. Is they remove that idea completely. Whether this is you gotta get rid of this. This is tripping you up. You're carrying this fucking weight around everywhere, and it's really stopping your progress.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's like you're in a video game, and then somebody comes back and be like, "Hey man, here's the way. Here's the shit you need to actually worry about. You don't need to do all this other stuff."
Right. Yeah, like a little helper guy in the video game. Yeah, guys, gotta come with me. This is the wrong room. Yeah, they're coming. We gotta get out of this room.
Don't do that quest.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And I mean, I'm a hypnosis guy who studied all the brainwashing, interrogation kind of stuff. This is the fastest way, I think, and I've studied every possible way to change human behavior that has ever been researched, and this is bar none the fastest. And I think the one of the reasons that it
These
helps people
yardies
so
have completely
much, and I don't
lost
wanna-
their fear.
this is gonna turn
I
into a
warned them not to
2-hour,
mess with my
psychedelic
business, but you
discussion,
did great.
It's your show.
You weren't
I don't-
scared.
Okay. I think it's because perspective shifting is what happens. Like if you're looking at life and you have this little GoPro as your consciousness and you're looking at this level, it just snatches that thing up and zooms it out and puts it in another location where you're like, oh my God, I had no idea it was like this.
right.
And it seems to be that the perspective, just the perspective, seems to be is trying to get done over the course of like 10 or 12 years or however long it takes. But it just seems like it does it so fast in a profound way. And the stuff is non-addictive, non-toxic. You're not going to it's not a street drug. You're not going to see people out there on the street selling like DMT capsules. And DMT, I would say, similar to Ibogaine, is not recreational.
I think it is.
You think DMT is recreational?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people that recreationally do it. I think that would be your thought. Just purely recreational.
Yeah. You've heard of people getting banned from
Yes.
it? Like, you can go take 10 hits on a DMT vape pen or something, and you're not going anywhere.
Isn't that nuts?
It's insane.
It's like they just decide.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You're doing this for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. I listened to one guy describe it, and he's like, it's basically like you're knocking on the door of a nightclub, and like the little thing opens up. It's like, no, you're not coming in.
You gotta think, like, what are they doing wrong?
Yeah, I think maybe going in seems to be one of the things I see. It's like people just treating it like a little recreational thing.
The ego thing is a problem even within psychedelics, because there's sort of a carve out that happens, which I always refer to as spiritual narcissism. There's a bunch of people that they're somehow or another better, very suggestible. And those specific type of narcissism, 1970s, had been that. This stuff had been available. 56 years. It would look like a 69 Mustang.
Help me with. Be careful.
'Cause
You
those
may
two
run
people that
into
were doing
some on your
drugs,
way to the
exactly.
club.
I mean, there's
Stop by
no-
to pick up a
There's
small.
no other
Don't forget to
explanation
call
in
your
my
car
mind
to
why
quickly get to the
cars
place.
started looking like shit.
And music.
Yeah.
Well, we still
the
had some
change.
good music.
We had some good music,
like Depeche Mode.
with automobiles, with music.
I mean, you look. Have you ever gone into a huge mosque and looked up at the ceiling?
Oh, it's incredible.
It looks like exactly like what you see. Right topic. And just ancient art. It's so psychedelic and beautiful. It's like they got written out of history somehow. And I think there's a difference between drugs and medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Can we take a pee break?
Sure. Go ahead, take a pee break. I'll hold.
I think it's the coffee.
Yeah. Be right back. This episode is brought to you by Uber Eats. This summer, soccer is here, and the watch parties will be going back to back to back. But don't worry, Uber Eats has your game day essentials covered with 30% off all orders from Aldi, Kroger, and Dollar General. All the snacks and groceries to keep your crowd happy, delivered straight to your door, like chips, dips, wings, guac, and fresh ingredients for the perfect game day spread. Order in so you can stay locked in on the game. All the hosting, none of the hassle. Order now for 30% off your game day snacks and grocery order only on Uber Eats for a limited time. Offer 5th. Product availability varies by region. Exclusions may apply. Pull it up, Jamie. So we're looking at, Jamie pulled up a bunch of photos of inside of mosques, and that in particular, that is absolutely a DMT experience. So here's the question.
Like, I feel like I've been to that.
Right, how about this one? No. You scroll up to the place. He has a real church that they built based on his artwork.
Wow.
It's incredible.
Non-denominational.
Yeah, it's just like
a Rothko, like the Rothko chapel.
You know, he's one of those guys, you know what I was talking about, spiritual narcissism, running a group, he's the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Like, he's pure. And his place, like, this is, I don't even know how. City that was like a gallery, that was the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors. So where's that?
His daughter does
That's
a lot
it.
of painting.
So that is it. That's on the Hudson. Yeah, not the Valley. I mean, he's incredible artist in his ability to capture that experience. Like that one, if you go back, actually scroll down to the lower left, right there, the Egyptian-looking one, the lower left, right there. Bam. I've seen that, dude. I've 100%. I've seen that too. But go back to the other one that we were just looking at. No, that's not the same. That's the one I've seen. I've literally seen that. I've seen that and they move and change and morph.
Yeah.
He's just able to nail it.
I don't know how he does that.
Yeah.
What it's like. I remember seeing that face And I was like, in the DMT space, I was like, is that me? And right when I said that, the mouth moved exactly like my mouth, and I was like, that is me.
Well, you're it, and it's you, and you're everyone.
Yeah.
You're everyone, and it's everyone. Yeah. It's the weird thing is with the mosques. If you go back to some of those images, please, of the mosques, the first one that you pulled up, what were they doing? Not that one. The original one that you pulled up. That one, yeah. Like, that's very, very DMT. So, like, what were they doing that they saw this? And was that a part of their religion at one point in time? And has that been forgotten? Like, what is, like, why did that exist? Right. Well, go to that website. There it is. That's in Lebanon. I believe they did. I don't know. This is the same place. So that's whatever that place is. Is that the same place? Yeah. That is a very psychedelic place. Okay, look at that one. That's nuts.
What?
So what were they doing?
Is that 3D?
Well, it's like a 3D photo. It's manipulated in a weird way.
Okay, I understand.
So that's like a fish eye.
Yeah.
Right. But either way, just the designs themselves